니호 폰양. 니호 폰양. I'm gonna do a randomizer. So yeah, the heart vacuum. And your being, your body, yourself, your soul automatically knows how to turn it into love. Because that's what we are. That's our essential. That is our 0 point. So you don't need to like vacuum in love and stuff. You can, but you already are that. So you might as well just vacuum in only the evil, because that will purify it. And then there'll be only love to vacuum and purify, and then send the love back out. And imagine that. Imagine exponential love purification and expression. It's like love to the power of love. So we're just making it easier for each other. Anyway, I'm gonna randomize. Holy number 1, party at 3301. This story. Yeah, I won't talk an hour for this. Number 2 is potato bug. I can add that into this because it's like such a quick thing. When I was a kid, like 3 or something, big bro, I said his name already in a story, and in that same story I was like, I'm gonna just ask him if he wants his name to be blocked out, or what he wants his name to be. Because I said, I'll call him Whiffy. And then I didn't re-listen to that story, so I didn't like that part. So it's just in it, so I'm like, whatever. Whatever, Michael. You're Michael, okay, Michael? Michael, the microwave, the microphone. You don't know about Michael. It's all Mike. Bro, Mike! Mike is short for bicycle. Search Mike is short for bicycle. Wait, let me see if the image comes up that I'm thinking about. That's my sister sent us and we were lilling. Mike is short for bicycle. Mike is short for bicycle. There it is. Most people rejected his message. They hated Jesus because he told them the truth. It's different. It says bike is short for bicycle. Bike is short for bicycle. Shut up. Anyway. Nike swoosh and Michael. Mike the Bike and the Great Big Fight. That's a book. Okay, anyway. That reminded me of the microwave. I made that popcorn don't use no microwave. I got the kernels. I got the kernels. I put the kernels in the pot. Got the avocado butter, coconut oil, base seasonings, pink salt. Put the butter, melt that butter, wait till it's bubbling. Throw in the kernels. Ooh, this is don't use no microwave, bro. Actually, you could use a microwave because this is the microwave way. Don't use a microwave. This is good popcorn. You choose your butter, you choose your oil, you choose your seasonings. Make it as healthy as you can. That microwave stuff, the frick, that stuff in the bag. If I could float my little Tupperware in the bath. I'm floating my popcorn Tupperware in this bath. This is the party at 3301. I'm not even at 3301. Damn, I was just watching True Spirit. This reminds me of True Spirit. Jessica Watson sailed around the earth 210 days on sea in a little pink boat. She was 16. And they had that song, can you feel it as it's falling down, and I need it, and hit the ground, better lead it, every dolphin to the waterfall. Can you feel the love? Bombs away, bombs away, bombs away, bombs away. Saint Geronimo, Saint Geronimo. Man, that was like, that was literally a song on the first playlist I ever created on the fucking iPod, not iPhone. That brought back life. That brought back when the heart vacuum was kind of, I don't know, bro. I think I had the heart vacuum really bad when I was, I don't know. Like, there was a point in my life where I just shut everything down because I was freaked out about being me, about being who I am. I didn't want to be as great as I can possibly be. I was scared. I was scared to shine. Okay, party at 33:01. Already 6 minutes in, enough, not even started. Eating popcorn, I'm gonna tell this story. I'm gonna finish my popcorn and tell this bumba. Now, Del Sorte still has, or he found, it's on Facebook, I guess. I don't even know. I don't think this was high school. I think I was out of high school. We were all out of high school. I don't even remember. Or like they were in grade 12 and I was out. Yeah, that's how it was. I think. Or maybe everyone was just for their first year out. But I think they were still grade 12s. I mean like Del Sorte and Valvo. And the first group of people that came, I think, but we might have all just got out. But no. I think they were still in high school. Anyway. Jeez. Del Sorte still has the damn Facebook group I made for this. So I just make a Facebook group. I'm like, yo. Everyone, come to the patratytat. I'll write that in the title. Come to the patratytat. I just typed P and then put my fingers, like I typed P, I typed come to the, intentionally typed it, and then I typed P, and then I just put my fingers on A, R, T, and Y, and then just button mashed them, and it came with us, come to the patratytat. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Then I write some, dude, I don't even know what I wrote. Man, maybe I should ask him to send that. To send the thing. So I can put it in like in this video. On the picture. Oh no! Sailing down. Popcorn sailing down. I don't know. Yay! Oh, more water. Can you feel it? As it's rolling down, can you see it? As it hits the floor, patratytat, and you don't think that it will fall. Say, Geronimo, say, Geronimo, say, Geronimo, say, can you feel the bombs away, bombs away? miles away, and can you feel miles away, miles away, miles away, my love, my love, my love, my love. Holy. So I could probably get that. I'll see if I can get that Facebook group. So I made a Facebook group. I made it public. I was just like, this is my thought was, this is Facebook, no one's gonna see this. Like shit's so saturated, no one's gonna see this, right? Just like, and also being lazy, like I don't wanna like individually invite people. I'm just like my friend group's gonna see this, right? And I didn't have that many friends on there, so like they're like in the hundreds, and I'm like doing the math. I'm like, out of that many people, probably like half are gonna see it. Or out of that, maybe a quarter are gonna actually come. That's a good, 50, 60 people? Yeah, okay. Next thing I know, and then I was correct. 50, 60 people, I think, joined the group. Or like maybe 11 people joined it. Like I don't even know, like I don't know, a very small amount of people joined the group. Right? But that doesn't come close to the amount of people that showed up. I'm chilling. Mama, Dada, you guys gotta go. Go to Granny 2's house. Like, okay, have fun. Go cardio. So it's just gonna be a smart thing, but I wanna have a little party. A little party. This is the first house party I ever had. And I never had another one. Or maybe the first one would be like when I was like grade, like little baby boy Devin. Little grade 1 DeVonQi with his friends, like that's the music that was playing the whole fucking way through. No more popcorn. Now we just gotta watch the movie. I can peel the orange. So, time to wait. I think, man, I don't remember who was there. Like, I don't think, like, I'm wondering who was there first. I'm wondering if I was just there alone and then the group came up, or if Stella was there with me. Like the first person there, waiting for everyone. But I don't think she was the first one there. I don't know. I just remember being in the basement, and then Val show up, and we'll call this guy Slick. Slick and his girlfriend. We'll call her Cabby. And a few others from the grade below. Like, still in grade 12. I think Val text like, we're coming now. Okay. They all show up. There's like 7 people. And my parents are still there. So I'm like, I'm gonna leave. And I'm kind of feeling awkward because I'm like, sorry, this party looks fucking lame right now, right? And I felt like they were like, so what is this party? And I'm like, Just hold on. Parents go like, okay, they're gone. And then the next people who show up, the very next people. Oh, like Brock, the guy Brock was there, I think. I don't even know. I don't think he was there. Yeah, I don't think he came yet. There's just these 7 people. And I'm like, okay. Stella might have been there. The first one there with me, waiting for everyone. And then the next people who show are these 2 guys. These 2 dudes in red t-shirts. And I think red pants too. Like, they came in red. And I didn't know them. And that, it didn't click right away. It didn't click like fully, but it clicked like, okay, I think we're in for something, because the next people to show are random people. And I remember, I think Stella was like, no, get out of here. Like, we don't know you and stuff. And I was just like, then they leave and start walking down the road. I'm like, what the hell? Then the next 15 minutes, was the packing for the FIFA World Cup Super Bowl Monster Jam. Person after person after group after group after person after person after group being like, and then every 40 people that walked in or came in through the back, like, we were trying to tell people to leave, but people were just showing up, walking in, bro. Like, just walking in. And then after every 40, 50, then a few people I knew would come, right? And then another 40 people, 50 people. And then 3 or 4 people I knew came in. So this is 95% people I don't know who the heck they are. And before it got too crazy, I remember I'm like, I don't know if I named this guy, but I met him at Value Mart when I worked there. We'll call him Art. Call him Art. I think there's another person named Art, so I'll call him Issy. Call him Issy the boy. His name is Issy. Issy the boy. Actually, not the boy. We'll just call him Issy the. So Issy does, like, I remember before this party, like a few days, like, me and my boys are gonna come, yo, no, we're gonna protect you and your house if we're gonna be security. That didn't happen. Actually, it probably did at the end. But anyway, they came in. I got 1 keg for this party because I thought this party was gonna be. I thought 1 keg would suffice. I and Isida's friend, let's call him maybe I think I called someone so let's just call him the and I run outside, go to the garage, bring the freaking keg, we're like, let's go. And this is when I wasn't getting that stressed, because I was like it was kind of getting there, the stress, and because there's kind of too many people coming in, but I'm like, it's gonna stop soon. It's gonna be just a nice party, but not a get together. Anyway, I take the first keg chug. Like I put it. I don't think I stood on the counter. No, I don't know. I just sat on the counter, but like we plugged in the hose, whatever. I opened my mouth, Lily, we're all like, yeah! Remember these football jersey guys, like, just guys I didn't know, in the kitchen, just crowding in the kitchen. There's like 1 billion people. Not 1 billion, but maybe 250 million at this point. And then I get my cup and everything, and then the leader starts filling up cups. And I leave the kitchen kind of like, actually, I'm stressing. And I just see Dudley smiling, everyone smiling, putting their cups out. And that keg was gone in, dude. I went back up to get another cup of beer after my first beer, and the keg was already done. I'm like, damn. Anyway, I go downstairs in the basement, and I'm with Paul at this time in life. So I sit beside, oh no, I'm not with Paul yet. This is not when I meet Paul. This is the first time seeing Paul out of work. Damn, I said the place's name. Anyway, I see her down in the basement and I sit beside her. And then, oh no, I didn't have, I finished my cup of beer some point. People are just showing up. And I go down to the basement. I don't have a cup anymore of beer. I sit beside Paul. She looks at me. I'm just like so stressed. Like I don't even know what the fuck's going on. This guy, we'll call him DJ D. DJ D was like, before the party, he's like, I'm gonna be the DJ, okay? I'm like, yeah. He's like, you got speakers and stuff? I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, you're good. And then I gave him the speakers that he got. He's like, oh, these are small. He didn't think they were like, I'm like, I don't know, bro, these are what I got. I didn't even know what the hell you're talking about. What kind of speakers? Anyway, he used it. It wasn't that loud, but it worked. But could have been louder. Anyway, DJ D was the DJ. And all this was just happening. Like I just put up this freaking thing and everyone was coming to me like, I'll be this, I'll be that. We'll be security here. And I'm just like, okay. It was like a team effort. And then just people are pouring into this house, yo. It's like people are just pouring in. And then I'm like finally stressed. Like damn. A whole crew of people from grade 12 went and sat at the stairs so people wouldn't go upstairs. One of them was Vel. There was the guy Brock. Call him Brock. I think we're like all Slick and Cabby, like a bunch of them were just sitting at the stairs, not letting people go up. Because there was over 200 people in there at that point. Finally, Dussorte came, he's like, I'm coming with my Brampton friends. He finally arrives with all the Brampton friends. There's everyone's in this house, bro. And it's 95% of people I don't know. 95% of people I don't know. You have, in the house, look like a packed nightclub, and I had to look over everyone's heads, stand on my living room table and shit to find people I knew. And I remember standing at my living room table to look over everyone's head and like, let me find someone I know. People are like, look at that guy. I'm like, bro, this is my fucking house, bro. And then this one guy will call him Kilo. I feel like I called someone Kilo. I knew Kilo from so long ago. I've met Kilo a few times, and then I just like turn and this man's in my house. I'm like, oh crap, Kilo. And the first thing, like I just turned because I'm stressed. I'm near my computer desk. There's like 1 million people. I turn around, and it's Kilo like standing right there. And Kilo's like, first thing this man, I turn around to him holding a blunt up in my face. First thing this kid says to me, yo, can I smoke this in here? I'm like, no, go outside. And I'm stressing, and Stella's stressing too because she sees me stressing, so she's trying to kick everyone out as well. And there's a super drunk guy. I remember came out of the bathroom with a cigarette slit. Still rips it out of his mouth and whips it on the ground. Anyway, I remember I went down in the basement to go. I sat beside Paul. She was sitting against the wall with these speakers going off. They sounded okay to me at the time. And she hands me her cup of beer. I take one sip, give it back, get up and jet off again. I remember just being like a pew, 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 all over the place, looking at everything. I remember these group of guys came in, they're trying to open every single door, and we locked every door. Right? We locked every door. Well, I locked every door. And put valuable stuff in there. And I remember seeing them trying to open everything. I was like, who are you? And I grabbed this random guy. I just grabbed him by his shirt and was like, get the fuck out! And just screamed in his face. And he's like, yo, Ali! He starts pointing to everyone and pointing, I'm coming back, yo, Ali, I'm coming back! And I went to him like, yo. I came up to him. I'm like, yo, sorry bro, but I'm stressing out, bro. This is my house, all the house going on. There's a million people here. He's like, okay, man, I'm sorry, I'll leave. So people started leaving, but then people who left were coming back. And then I just see the two guys in the red, they're just in my house. I'm like, okay. Wait, no. Okay, the two guys in the red didn't just come to the door at first. Right? I forgot. They didn't just come to the door when I first showed up. They were in the house, sitting on the couch. I remember leaving the basement, when it was just the 7 of us, or 8 of us, whatever. And I remember coming upstairs, and they're just sitting on the couch by themselves. I'm like, okay, this night might go fucking nuts. And yeah, then I kicked them out. They walked down the street. Yeah, then they're just in the house again. It's a lot of people we kicked out would just come right back in or come through the back. I was like, okay, I don't know. Who cares? And I remember the backyard was just stuffed. I remember the patio was stuffed. Smoking, drinking, snapping, people snapping. No fights though. Not a single fight. This was the ish. This was peace. This was just a jam. This was just a jam. And then I remember going up into my room, and you should see the front hallway of the house was... How do I explain? What is a thing to explain it about? Everyone was just packed, moving really slow to get downstairs. You know what I mean? Like a festival. It looked like a festival. And I remember going in my room, pulling out the gun popped out. The gun actually popped out. I pop out the gun. It was the M16 BB gun that I painted all black. I pop out, and I just point the gun down over the railing, the balcony railing that looks over the hallway and the front door. And then I got the crew is just blocking the stairs, so I'm the only one upstairs. So I pull up the gun, walk out of the room yo! I point the gun, I put my waist all the way over the freaking railing, so the gun the barrel touches the top of someone's head. And he touches it and he looks up and he's the barrel in his face and he just ducks down and everyone in the so many people in the foyer just duck down oh shit! I don't know if they thought it was a real gun or if it was a fake gun. Right. And then I'm just pointing the gun at people like I'm Starface at the top. Get the fuck out! Right, whatever. Everyone just kind of oh, it's just probably fake gun. They start walking again. I go put the gun away. I remember at some point in the party, he pulled out a gun. I don't know if it was a real gun. He pulled out a gun and starts putting it in the air everyone get the fuck out. Well, get the fuck out. So yeah, actually, damn, a gun pop out. That's not peaceful. I don't want you enforcing shit with a gun though. But a gun pop out. I remember a gun pop out. I remember every baby's in there. Was at one point because I'm running on to people I know and people who I know and people who they know who were okay, let's help this kid. Got people out of his house. Because people started realizing, like, this is getting fucked up. And then at Airy Baby, I'm just chilling with Airy Baby at one point. We're in the hallway and there's like just a ton of people, right? And we're trying to get down the stairs and we're just like, just standing there. Like sardines, they're all sardines. And I remember I was like, "Hey!" After saying that, no. Airy Baby's like, yo, Popo! To make everyone leave. And like, you watched everyone kind of go, and kind of turn around to dip. And then one guy looked at Airy Baby with a face like, yo, don't ever say that again. Yo, bro, don't ever say that shit again. And he's like, okay. I'm just laughing. That was the plan. Say Popo and see what happens. Nobody left. So anyway. Holy. There's just people on people. I was rude to this one guy. I'm sorry to you. If you were at that party and you saw that t-shirt I was wearing with all the superheroes faces in cartoon, like the comic book faces of them, and you're like, that's a cool shirt, man, a sick shirt. And I was like, yeah. And just kind of like ignored you and left. Sorry, bro, I was stressing. Sorry to everyone that I was rude to. Because I was stressing. But I guess that's how I felt. But yeah. Then I remember this one girl randomly asking to take pictures of me. And then I see these pictures on Facebook like a few days later and it's like, the house. And I remember she started texting me random. I don't know how she got my number. But she's texting me like, let's go to a bar, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm 18 or whatever. Or yeah, and she's like, it's okay. I'm like, nah, I can't drink. And she just stopped texting me. And then, yeah, that picture is probably still on Facebook. I was on my phone, and my arms around her, and I'm talking to someone on the phone, looking at some other people, and my arms around her. Like, it was so weird, bro. Like, that picture just screamed, like, party, man. Like, I don't know, it's so weird. I'm on the cell phone talking to someone. My eyes are looking somewhere else to some other people, and my arms around this girl. And she's looking at the camera like, dee. Good times. And I didn't even look stressed in that picture, which is weird. When I was freaking. That might have been near the beginning of that party. Probably. And then I remember Paul's friend was trying to help us, this big man. I forgot what his name was. Let's call him Bear, but this big man was helping kick everyone out. Then the group of guys who I saw trying to open every door, I think it was them. I'm pretty sure it was them, but they're like, yo, we'll help you kick people out. But if we kick people out, can we stay? I'm like, yeah. It'll make it it'll be a cool party if it's just like, a few people. It's like, all right, let's go. They start kicking people out, and then at some point in the party, people start getting kicked out. It was a group effort. People banded together that didn't know each other to kick people out. And I remember running, about to jump kick my front door closed because they were trying to kick people out the front door. People were trying to push the door open and like screaming out there and like, yo, what the fuck? Let us in. And I remember there was a mountain of shoes. At the front door. It literally made like a mound. And I remember at one point I was out on the porch, and these guys came and were like, yo, these shoes are expensive. Can I put them out here? Like, yeah, we're like under the chair. He's like, okay, under the chair. Put them under the chair. They had like some slick ass, dress shoes. He was just all sick. Like, so many people came, bro. So many people came, sis. So many people came. This was before people were getting kicked out. Anyway, so people were getting kicked out. Bear's holding the door closed. And I started running, sprinting at the front door, go to drop kick. And then I stopped because Bear's arm was like in between the door frame and the door, and I'm like, if I fucking drop kick that door, his arm would have been severed. I remember, I think DeVonQi was just standing at the backyard, sliding door, standing like a star, blocking each, like, hand on one corner, hand on this corner, foot on this corner, foot on this corner, blocking people from coming back, because people would just try to go back around, come in. Yo, so many people. But first, before people start getting kicked out, I go down, before people start getting kicked out, when it was still people showing up, giving me shots, giving me stuff on my birthday, like, yo, it's your birthday, somebody. That's why I was having the party, I forgot it was my birthday. And then I get this guy comes, we'll call him Gali. Gali the legend walks in. He's like, yo, I got, oh no, not Gali. Gali the legend walks in, but this other guy, we'll call him Flavor. He walks in. Boy, this guy got the fresh E. He's got the freshies on. He got the do. He's got the freshie bleach white jeans on. You can't play. You actually can't play. You got the freshies on. He walks in with the freshies like, yo, Devin, I made this for you. It's a bottle of moonshine, a water bottle full of moonshine. He makes moonshine. So I take a shot. It's like, dang, that was not that. He's like 95%, something like that, right? Then Gali takes it. And I don't think I saw him do this. I might have saw him do it, or saw him start doing it and then just like walked away to go check the rest of the house. But he starts chugging. He starts chugging the bottle of moonshine because he thinks he's a legend like that. It's not legendary to do that, by the way. So he starts chugging. This is in the beginning when people are still showing up, and I'm not freaking out yet because it's not even crazy yet. It's like, it's cool at that point. At that point, I'm like, this is a nice amount of people. More than what I expected. So this is going to be a plot point because later on, I go down into the basement. This is when the house is medium packed. I don't even want to explain how many people because I don't know. Because I remember the backyard was another, like I remember like there's like 400 people in the house, 500 people in the house maybe. Then I remember like going to the backyard for some reason, and I'm like, there's another 250 people out there. And then I remember going to the front, and there's people, dude. There's cars bumper to bumper. This looks like a street in New York. There's cars bumper to bumper parked on both sides and in traffic. And people walking up and down the street holding bongs. I'm like, everyone knows. Like, everyone knows. I'm like, there's probably neighbors here right now. Like, I don't even know. Like, everyone's like, that damn house. Boy, that boy. Boy, that boy. And it's funny because after this, my mother and father told me that the house was actually held, like they held huge house parties. The people before, their children held huge house parties. So like, I'm like, damn, was the energy of house party in this house? Or did people come that were here before and were like, oh, that's that house. That's why, like, because like, I put one Facebook group up, like 11 people joined it, but then like 1,000 people showed up. Maybe not that many, but there was a lot of people. Anyway, so later on in the party, I go downstairs. I feel a commotion. I feel drawn to the basement, and I get down there, and there is Gali. Destroyed. I think he also was on the Mali. and moonshine. He was on the couch in a blanket of pukeification. It was all over the couch. I don't think any got on maybe some got on the floor, but it was all over him. He took the most of it. It looked like he got slimed on that show from YTV where they do the Punisher. What is 2 to the power of 15? Bing! 37. You're wrong. Slime. What was that show? I'm your host. You have the big hair like Johnny Bravo. It looked like he got slimed, okay? They have another slime show now for this new generation, I guess. Katy Perry got slimed. He looked like that with his own puke. And I'm like, uh-oh. Del Sorte grabs this human soul. Okay, I just leave. I see him dead, I walk away. I walk back upstairs. I'm like, I don't even know. Somehow I get in the bathroom. Johnny Mine is in the bathroom. Saying something. Like I just end up in the bathroom somehow. Or like a girl is on the floor in there. And Johnny Mine is trying to help her up. He's like, you'll live in this girl. Or something. And his brother was there too. And I'm like, pick her up. I'm like, you okay? She's like, yeah. I pick her up. And as soon as I pick her up, she can like walk again. And just starts walking around the party. And then I open the door, walk past Johnny Mine. Like, well, yeah, okay, that was cool. I don't know. That was like, check, like, make sure she's okay. I walk past Johnny Mine, open the bathroom door. I think there was a girl like puking in there or something. And we closed the door, Johnny Mine and I. And his brother was like helping her puke. Must have been, I don't know if they knew her or met her there. You okay? Or no, maybe, I don't know, maybe I just was like, you okay? And then she finished puking and left the bathroom or something. I just remember opening the bathroom door, and as soon as I opened the bathroom door, the man himself, Gally, is right at the top of the basement stairs coming up, entering the living room. And then someone is behind him. So I see him walk up, and I'm like, why does he look so floppy? And then, right past the door frame, comes Del Sorte holding him like he's a frickin' flashlight of puke. And he's moving people using him. People were like splitting apart like Moses, Red Sea. And he was moving people. And people were just like making way for him. And then he got him up the stairs, sat him in the, that's the family room. Then he got him upstairs, sat him in the living room, which is right beside the, actually no, this was in the middle of the party. This was when the party was maximum crazy. I think some people were kicked out at that point. And ended up in the back. Yeah, I think a lot of people got kicked out just stayed in the backyard. They like came back around and just stayed in the backyard. But anyway, because I remember the house wasn't as packed at this point. Gally's gone. So then Flavor, I heard, called the police. And I want to say SWAT showed up, but I don't think SWAT showed up. That was another party. Police showed up. Like, Devin? Yeah. Call your dad and stuff. I'm like, okay. And they're like, does he know? I'm like, yeah, he knows. About this party. Flavor called the police because Gally looked destroyed. So I call Papa on this phone. If you see this picture, you'll see what phone it was. That was the phone knife gun. And I would name people. Like I still do it, but they're not that crazy. But I give everyone nicknames, but I used to just be outlandish with the contact names. So I called them I call Papa special needs child, but CHILE, like child. Special needs child. So the police, like, I don't even think of it because, like, I see it all the time. So I give it to the officer and he's like, special needs child? And I was like, special needs Chile? It's like, what is that? Call your father. I'm like, that's fine. It's like, okay, better be your dad. Like, just fucking wait till he answers, okay? Better be my dad. Better than that or what? I'll call my dad. So anyway, he answers. The police officer was like, yeah. Your son's having a party, blah, blah. This kid's clapped. And then he just gives the phone back to me. He's like, call your dad right now. Or blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that was it. I called it again. I'm like, here. He talks to him again. He's like, so apparently my father was like, thought it was a prank on him. So he just hung up the phone on the police officer. Anyway, I remember when the police came, the scatter that went down was intense. People climbing the fences, sprinting out the backyard, running out the... I remember, because at this point this was the point where people were getting kicked out too. So that whole group that was like trying to open doors before, but then they became like people trying to kick people out. They came up and they're like, yo man, it was a sick party, but yo, which way are the police? They're like, yo, we're going now. They're like, yo, which way are the cops? And like, they're on the front yard, like, alright, peace. And then the whole group just leaves at the back. Anyway. So yeah, party gets shut down. Shoes are all over the front lawn. People taking people's shoes. Because their shoes, they can't find their shoes. Because their shoes might get tossed on the lawn. Because I remember when the snow melted, the next day actually I don't know if the snow melted, but I just remember the next day on the lawn there was like a billion shoes. I remember Airy Baby took someone's shoes. Like it was a domino effect, right? But I remember the next day I found Airy Baby's shoes on the lawn. So I got them back. That must have sucked. But those guys got the freshie boys, the kids in the silk shirts and stuff, with the slicked hair and tucked in shirts, dress pants, dress shoes. They got their shoes. That was when the police officer was talking to me outside and people were leaving. And when I walked out onto the porch with them, the other officer was talking to them, so I saw them and I'm like, oh, these guys. And they're like, yo, we're not from here, we're from New York, telling the police officer. Like I said, yo, you got people from New York here. And part of me is like, I don't know if they're just lying that they're from New York, but I think they're probably just from New York. Dude, I don't know, this party must have got around, like hyped. Must have been so hyped that people from New York were like, let's drive down there. I hope everyone had a good time. Because part of me is like, if you guys came all the way here from New York, I don't know. I didn't expect this, so hopefully it wasn't underwhelming. So, and then a lot of people like from school, a lot of girls, Velvel, we'll call this girl McClover. There was Fen, we'll call her Fen. I know a bunch of the girls stayed back and helped clean and mop because damn, this floor was smacked. The wood floor was a goner. Everyone was walking in with their shoes, right? And then I remember getting the cleaning products out and they got bleach to clean the floor, and it kind of ruined the floor, but we fixed the floor. People came and like fixed the floor or something, I don't remember. The floor never looked the same. Like, I'm used to it at this point, but I don't think the floor ever got back to look the same. It might have, somewhere very close to it. I remember little Zena came back because they took Zena. The legendary Chihuahua. Before there was a Zuzu. Before Zeus came, I think. Oh, no, I think Zeus was... Yeah, no, we had Zeus. They took Zeus and Xena to Grandma's house. And when they came back, I remember just Zeus and Xena walked up to the girls cleaning and like surprised them. They turned around and just see a Chihuahua there. There's like, ah! And Xena's like, what the frick is this all happening? Xena was like, holy moly, guys, what the freaking guys and girls, and what the heck is happening? Wow. Zeus just like, wow. I think they took Zeus outside to the backyard though because he barks at people. But I don't know if he was even barking at that point. He doesn't really bark because he's being held. Xena's just like, I don't bark at people. I just go say hi. And just very excited because this is very weird. The house feels weird. There's a weird vibe in here. There's weird smells. Everything smells different. What's going on? Yeah. So they helped clean for a bit. The police officers kicked everyone out, but then like they were about to kick those girls out, but they're like, we just all were like, no, we know each other, like, we're gonna help clean. Okay. Police officers left. The girls were like, okay, bye. Thanks. And the guys who helped too, a few people helped. Slick and Cabby, like, none of them stayed. Then they left. At one point, like, when everyone was getting kicked out, Stella's bro came. And he was a police officer, so he's like, dun, 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 dun. And he's big like a bear, big hockey player man, so he's like, everybody leave. I don't like that though. And everyone thought we were brother and sister. And they were like, I remember people like, yo, his sister's so crazy, trying to kick us out. I remember so many pictures coming on Facebook later, and like seeing comments from people I met there. There was a picture of Stella. And then the two guys in red. And in their profile pictures, they were in their red clothes, so I just knew it was them. They're like, sauced girl. And that was the first time I'm like, what does sauced mean? Sauced means drunk. Because she was screaming, trying to get people out so much. Man, I talked so much in this. I wanted this. Like, I think these stories are going to be 17 minutes. Anyway. That was a crazy party. Crazy party. Someone took the keg. They hid the empty keg from the police officers. Just put it under the kitchen counter. One of them's like, yo, can I take the keg to get the money? Like, go ahead. Guys, people leaving, pouring out of the house. One guy with the fucking keg. Weeks later, man, I don't even know if I called this girl something, or if she ended up in a story, but I call her Balito. Balito. Oh no, not Balito. This other girl will call her, I could just call it, actually, could I? I was gonna call her by her last name because it's so common. Call her Belita. We'll call her Belita. Belita texts, yo, Devin, can I come get my bottle I hid at your house? I'm just like, the frick? It's like weeks later. They're like, I hid it at the top of your China set thing where the crystals are. Swarovski crystals or whatever. Swarovski crystals. I look up there's a bucket of like vodka or rum or something. Yeah, I think it was rum. A crew of people come, drive up. I give it to them like, hey, bye. They leave. Good times. Xena's like, hey, were those people from that party you had? Who was that? What were you getting up there, Devin? What was up there? Was it freaking Xena? Xena's a legend. She should have been at that party. I don't know why. Imagine Xena at that party. She wouldn't get stepped on too. People would move for her. She would make a little aura around her and people would make a circle around her. And she would move through that party freely. Nah, I don't know. I think people would hold her up like Simba and stuff. I think they would take care of her. But then maybe someone would take her and run away. Hopefully not. Did anything else crazy happen at that party? I don't think so. But yeah, years later, when I went to go hang out with Del Sorte, this guy pulls out the group thing. I'm like, that's like I thought I deleted my account and stuff. So I guess that group thing is still there, but. And then reading the description, I was like, I was a freak in high school or college or whatever the heck. Like, dude. The energy of that description, man, was vibrant. And then I think a year later, another house party happened. We'll call this guy Master. Master. And I think his girlfriend at the time was this girl, we'll call her Sprinkling. And this other guy, we'll call him Laughing Man. We'll call him Laugh Master and Sprinkle or throwing this house party, and like I think it got even crazier. I feel like it might have got even crazier than the one I had. But SWAT showed up. But it was no one is inside the house. They were in the basement. And then they like started playing Screamo, and then everyone left the basement. I think that Screamo was too loud, peoples. If you guys are listening, if you turned the volume down, it would have been cooler. But like it was so effing loud, you were literally peaking the mic of my ears. You couldn't tell. You couldn't like distinguish. It just sounded like static, like a droning static. So I was like, guys, turn it down, bro. It doesn't need to be this. That's pretty fucking loud. Like we're in a tiny room. People will get the picture if you turn it down better. You know, louder doesn't mean better. Especially in a small room. Louder could be better in a big stadium, but people in the back have to hear. But anyway, yeah, it was like there was like a lot of people outside the front of the house, but nobody could go in. It was like a big giant house, looked like a mansion. And SWAT showed up. I don't know if that was a bigger party. Probably, I don't know. Looked like maybe more people. I remember a kid getting tackled by the SWAT team. He was running. And the parents were taking away everyone's alcohol as they walked in, checking bags. And I was like, yo, we got security. My house didn't have security. Until later. Anyway, this went on for an hour. I didn't expect that. I'm gonna make dinner. I'm gonna make pizza. And it's actually, you might not make it. It seems late. It's the same recipe, but you cut everything kind of bigger, but you still cut the onions and the carrots really fine. You make the sauce. You saute the onions and the carrots with the butter and the coconut oil and the salt and the bay and whatever seasonings you want. You put it in you saute, put it in the bowl, make the sauce with whatever sauces you want. I mixed all the sauces together that I mentioned. And then you cut everything else pizza sized. You put it on the pan, bread. The pita bread. I just had big pitas. Or big naans. Then I popped them in the oven. I put them in too long though yesterday. So I cut the roof. Like was scraping the roof of my mouth. Can't put it in too long. One bite, everybody knows the rules. You need that flop. But not too floppy. And we need that crisp. Not too crispy. Anyway, bombs away. Bombs away. So yeah. Next time I'll tell the power of truth. I have an idea to talk about the power of truth. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Or next day or the next. I'm just stalling here because I'm feeling like there's another thing to say. You know what? Forget it. I said bye a million years ago in Georgian. I like Georgia. I like her so much. I love her. I hope she likes me too. One more thing I remember. Michael eventually finds out, yo, they took my hair clipper, his wall hair clipper. He's like beard trimmer. A nice little chrome one. And then I'm like that. And he's like, say on. I don't think much got taken, but that did. And then my brother's like, go on your Facebook and write a status that says, yo, whoever took my brother's clipper, be prepared. Because I shaved my balls with that. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that because like the people who took it don't even have my Facebook. It's the thing, the guy will probably see it, they'll probably hear it. Like, no. I'm like, let them clip it with their balls. Or let them clip their face with their balls. Anyway, I don't know what the frick happened with that. Probably, whatever. Bye. I like Georgia. I like Georgia so much. I hope she likes me too. I love Georgia. I really love Georgia. My gosh, I remember another thing. When people were getting kicked out the first time, like people were getting escorted out of the hallway. So it was like the clustered sardined hall, but going out the door, the front door. And I remember I was in the middle of it, and I looked to my left, and I just see a cup of beer, and I take it, and I just whip it over everyone. Like, I don't give a shit. I just whip it over everyone. And then I just I'm looking through all the shoulders and arms and everyone's heads and necks in the crowd, and I just see like a guy all the way at the front door just turns around. Who the fuck's throwing alcohol? I'm sorry, but I was throwing alcohol. I felt bad. I felt bad when he was so mad. Sorry. And also, I love Georgia. I love her so much, and I hope she likes me too. I really like Georgia. She's the most beautiful girl I ever saw in my whole entire life, and I feel like she's like female me. Like she's really female version of me, and I really like her, and I really
heart stands for a while. Heaven can wait. We're watching the stars, looking for the best, but expecting the worst. Are we gonna drop the bomb on